card, we are going to be making this fun blue card. So this is my art. Again, it's a flower image, and I've taken this image, this stamp, I've stamped on my paper. I used Distress Oxide ink to stamp the images, and then I did gold heat embossing. That's why it's all textured and really fun. So the front of the card here, we have several flowers stamped out. Then we have a little sentiment here that says happy birthday. And then we also have in your kit, oh, I gotta go grab mine. Bear with me for just a minute. I forgot that I had to wait for mine to dry. So also in your kit, you're gonna see 3 flowers, and they have a little bit of gold in the center. You can see how there's a little bit of a glittery gold there. So I know it's not everyone's favorite thing, but we're gonna fussy cut these little flowers. So there's 3 of them here, and fussy cut, if you have not remembered my terms, just means to cut out. And in this case, if you wanted to leave a little halo around it, I would probably honestly encourage you to do so, just because it's going to make it just a little bit easier to cut out, and it will go a little bit faster. And I don't usually do a huge fussy cutting halo there, but I would say maybe a 1/16 of an inch would be an appropriate amount, just enough to cut out the shape. And so we're going to be arranging those on the front of our card. So not this one that's on the solid. We don't want to cut that one out. It's just the ones that have the glittery centers that we're cutting out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut these all the way around. And we got this little guy. I just thought these were really, really fun, and I just love the floral design. It's also a great way to use one stamp to create a whole bunch of something, right? And so this is great because you have kind of a field of flowers, and then we're going to be adding these on top just to kind of create some dimension and just kind of make it look more fun. But I love this kind of blue and gold color palette. It's really fun, really elegant. It's also really perfect for winter time, because so often, you know, people tend to do blue cards for winter, or keep in those kind of jewel tones. And the gold, the pop of gold, is just really fun, but can also be great for any birthday card, for any person, which would be great. All right, so in case you didn't figure this out, I'm at the shop today, so you can hear my dog barking in the background. All right, so now we have our little happy birthday sentiment. We're gonna flip this over and put double-sided tape on the back side of that so it's nice and sticky. And we're gonna stick it onto our gold paper here, and this is gonna be our layering piece. And that's just gonna make that pop. Whoops, we're gonna wanna make sure that I get that in the middle here. There we are. All right, so once you have your little happy birthday and you have your little border, we're going to go ahead and put double-sided tape on the back side of that. And we're going to mount that on here, and I'm kind of going to, in the middle a little bit on the left-hand side, I'm just going to press that down there. So this is happy birthday. Now I'm going to add in all of my florals here. So something that you can do is you can actually take your scissors and kind of cut down the center of the, or not the center, around the sides of the petals. And that will allow you to actually be able to shape them a little bit and kind of curl them up. If you do that, we can put the glue right on the little dot there, on the back side of the little flower, and then we're going to press that down. And I'm kind of going to put it kind of, I like the fact that I like the grouping of the flowers, and I like that it kind of looks like a field of flowers. So I'm going to kind of think about where I want to kind of put all of my flowers, and then that way my focal point is still the happy birthday, but then I can kind of fill in some of the empty spaces around where the embossed flowers are to kind of create dimension, make it look like some of the flowers are kind of growing up and a little bit more forward. So now we put a little bit more here. And I'm going to put one down here, so that way I have kind of 2 that are kind of close to each other. And then I'm going to put one more kind of farther away, so then that way it kind of balances where my sentiment is at. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to again kind of cut down on the sides of the petals, and this is going to allow me to be able to kind of shape my flower a little bit. What's nice about this technique is that then you kind of looks like it has lots of dimension, but it also makes it so that you can mail this and it will stay flat because we're not adding any pop dots behind it. We're only pulling up the dimension with our fingers, and we're not gluing down the sides. So you can see from the side that you can see that there's that dimension there, but again, it's not a permanent dimension. It doesn't need to be, it's not so thick that it's going to cause you to have to pay more postage. All right, then this little paper here with a little flower stamped on the bottom here. I stamped this with Uncharted Mariner, and it's a Distress Oxide ink. It's the same ink I used to do my heat embossing, actually. And then I put a bit of gold with a gold gel pen in the center of the flower to tie in the gold color. I absolutely love that. Now I'm going to put double-sided tape on the back side on all 4 sides. And we're going to put this guy in the inside of the card. All right? And again, we're having probably about an 1/8 of an inch border on all 4 sides. All right, so that's going to be card number 2. Isn't that so fun? I just love that card, and I love the pop of gold. All right, on to the next side.